You're cooking with Ines. Today we're making a all butter flaky pie. Let's get started. First thing, you want to make sure that your butter is very chilled. So what I like to do is pre-cut my butter and put it back in the fridge. All you do is you get unsalted butter. I'll give you the recipe in just a second. And you just want to cut as small little cubes as possible. Then you put all that and you put it right back in your refrigerator while you're getting the rest of the ingredients together. So let's start with the ingredients. We have 2.5 cups of all-purpose flour. We also have 1 teaspoon of salt, 1 cup of unsalted butter. If you're not going to use butter, you can do whatever fat you choose to, but I'm doing all butter, unsalted. And last, iced cold water. We're going to use 4 to 8 teaspoons depending on the pie crust and how it absorbs the water. So I'm going to show you 2 ways you can do it. I like to do it in a food processor. Why? Because it's available. So what I'm going to start with is adding 1.5 cup of flour into the food processor. To that, I will add my kosher salt. I'm going to go ahead and give that a spin just to distribute the salt. I'm going to go ahead and add my very chilled, cold butter. Oh, I'm going to add some of this butter over here just to show you this if you don't have a food processor. All right, let's give that a pulse. This is going to create a very loose, like almost sand-looking crumble of flour. If you don't have a food processor, what you can do is in your mixing bowl, obviously it's going to be a big bowl, you're going to cut your butter into the flour, which means you can get 2 forks and just start cutting. You can use a pastry cutter and you just keep working at it. You can do it with your hands. Keep cutting it, mix it, cut it, mix it until it becomes like very pebbles or very like sand-like. But I'm going to opt for the food processor. Okay, I'm going to add the rest of this flour and butter in there. Very easy to do. I think people get intimidated. I tried using those home style, those grocery store pie crust. No bueno, no bueno, te lo estoy diciendo. I already tried and it was a disaster. My apologies for not having my big bowl ready. I was in the middle of washing dishes. I do apologize. Stay with me. Don't click on it. Let's not see it. Just stay with me, okay? Stay with me for a little bit. All right, so I'm going to put the towel down just to make the easy mixing. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and transfer. And all I'm going to do, look at that. I'm going to show you. See? It looks like it's almost like sand. That's the consistency you want. Now the next thing I'm going to do is add a little bit of water at a time. And you want to make sure that it's ice cold water. 1, 2, 3, and 4. I'm speeding up this video. I'm using a fork to incorporate the water correctly into the flour dough. Now I'm going to add 4 more tablespoons of water. Continue using your fork and then start using your hand to incorporate all the dough completely as it starts to come together, as you can see that I'm doing now. Make something. See, you don't want to add water right away. You're going to get all like intimidated and say, you know what? It's not getting there, but you got to work it. Okay, look, it's coming together. Now here's a trick. I ended up adding just 4 tablespoons. 8 tablespoons. But remember, you just got to work it. And look at that. If your pie crust starts to crumble it means it doesn't have enough moisture. So therefore, it needs a little bit more water. Oh, it sounds like I'm making tortillas. Go girl. Okay, look how beautiful that cleans up my bowl. Guys, this recipe is bulletproof. Woo, getting all Rihanna on y'all. Bulletproof. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and transfer this to my board. I'm gonna go ahead and cut it, divide it into two. Let me move all this stuff over here. I don't have any production people or people that set on my stage, so bear with me, okay? Boom, real fast, got a board. So I'm gonna go ahead, once I cut my dough, cut it in half, I'm gonna get my saran wrap, cling film, whatever you wanna call it, depending on what country you're in. There you go, wrap it up, cut it up, do the same to the other, wrap it up, cut it up, and wrap it up. I'm gonna go ahead and put this in my refrigerator for 1 hour, and after that, boom, I'll be back to make apple pie. We're not gonna make regular apple pie, y'all. We're gonna go ahead and make some rustic apple pie. So if you like that, make sure you watch the next video in my YouTube channel. Guys, once again, you are cooking with Ines. Bye.